Ladies and gentlemen, beautiful people, welcome back to the next episode in our Mystic Gold camo grind. And in today's episode, we are going to be using the katanas. It has been a long time since we have done a melee build, and the katanas are the last in our list to unlock gold for. Everything else we have completely covered in gold. So let's get right into the augments that we're going to be doing for today. Stamina up, I'm using... Instead of Stalker, we're going to use Dasher, because Tactical Sprint with a melee weapon is the way to go. And then we have... Actually, hang on a second here. This is how I'm going to change this all up, alright? So we're going to use Dasher because Tactical Sprint is something that we can use for a weapon. We don't aim down sights, so we're not going to do that. But Hardened Target, while sprinting, projectile damage is reduced. I'm also going to run that. And then for quick revive, I'm going to use Dying Wish, Ceramic Return. Juggernog, I have switched to probiotic durable plates instead of hardened plates because we're going to get hit more and I want our armor to last longer. With Melee Macchiato, I have switched this up as well. We are using Vampiric Extraction, Stick and Move for the health back and the increased movement speed. For Speed Cola, I'm using Classic Formula Quick Swap. If we ever do decide to use a gun, this is the way to go, but it also just increases how fast we throw on armor plates, so that's good. Vault Raid, I'm using Parting Gift, Carry-On Luggage. Again, critical hit kills aren't really something we're going to be getting with melee weapons, but that is going to stay the same. Death Perception, small chance that body shots become crit shots. This can happen on melee weapons. We'll keep that. And Radar, Bird's Eye View for the faster map refresh. That's going to help us out. PhD Flopper, I'm using PhD Slider Turbologist for the increased movement speed. Deadshot Daiquiri is dead first, dead break, but we don't even need to worry about it because we're not going to be using it. Double Tap, same thing. Double Impact, double or nothing. Not going to be something we worry about too much. We're using a melee weapon. And for Elemental Pop, Electric Cherry, Chillberry, I'm going to switch this up. And we're going to run Imperial Peach. And the reason I'm doing this is enemies that hit us, we're not actually reloading, so Electric Cherry is not going to do anything for us. But enemies that hit us have a chance to proc an ammo mod. That's going to be fantastic because we are going to get hit, inevitably, running a melee damage build. And then we're going to run Chillberry to make it so that those proc more often. And for the ammo mods, I'm going to be running Light Mend. When you use a melee weapon, Light Mend is awesome for getting your health to reclaim just a little bit faster. I think it's the way to go. Dual action Express Remedy, so that way when the glyphs drop, they can travel a further distance to get to us, and then the glyph pickup is going to allow us to get our health back just a little bit faster. That is going to be the build for today. I have queued up a LMG in the works for the next future episodes. That is the third and final LMG we need to get before we finish all the Mystic Golds on LMGs, so that way we can get into the Opal camo grind. That will be in a later episode. But yeah, I wanted to do Citadel because we haven't done Citadel in a very long time. It's an awesome map, and it's a very large map, so it's fun to do melee builds on that map. And then it's got Jug, Quick, and Melee Macchiato right there, right at the beginning, queuing us up for something special for a melee build. So let's go ahead and pull out the katanas here. Oh yeah. Give them an inspection.
The cheap booze burned away that part of your brain. Watch it, Beck. You never told me not to kill you.
I love it. I love it. I myself am a big fan of katanas. I have 3 of my very own. I actually got a gift from my wife. She got me the Katana and Tanto from the game Ghost of Tsushima, and they are beautiful. And we opted for the real steel with the folded corner, or I should say the folded method, so that's where you get that little wavy pattern in the blade. It's from that constant re-rolling of the steel. I love that. So yes, very thankful that she got me those. They're a very nice gift. And they sit in a mantle that never gets touched. I actually put them in like a piece of the shrine, so to say. I have like a little tree shrine where I can make tea. I have a Japanese tea set, and I can kind of relax and detox, get away from the mind a little bit, and just actually, well, dive into the mind a little bit more. I think you can find peace within yourself. You're going to be in a pretty good spot for the rest of your life. So, Anyways, big fan of katanas. The katanas in this game are quick. They swing well. But in the description it says they're kind of like a short medium range, which has me a little bit worried because I know we're going to have to get closer than we probably care to admit. I don't want to have to get beat up too bad, but I think this one is definitely going to be a melee weapon that we take a couple of hits with, unlike the bow staff where we can keep our distance on us. Now I did notice that if I kind of do distance myself from them a little bit, if you swing, you have like a grab on. I don't know if you remember in like Black Ops 1 they called it, I think it was Commando, where you lunge. You have a small lunge, but the melee speed is quite good on them, so we don't need to worry about that. It's just gonna be the distance. I believe there's a mouse right here. Maybe it's on the other side. We're going to do the cheese mouse Easter egg, and I hope that I can get a purple augment tool or some augment tool of a variety. It's just really difficult when you have to prioritize leveling up your weapon, especially if it's a melee weapon, with salvage, because you don't get salvage with a melee weapon. You're not shooting headshots. Ooh, double points. That's good. Let's hold on to that.
Not forgotten how to fire a gun. Did you miss being in the action?
That's kind of funny. We haven't.
Do you miss being on the right side?
We haven't shot any weapons yet this entire round, so that was kind of funny that he voice prompted us to say, "I see you haven't forgotten how to fire a gun." It's like, yeah. Oh, and then damage-wise too, I forgot to mention this. It looks like we're hitting for 250, which I think is the most I've ever seen on a melee weapon in zombies. Normally, like the skateboard is about 150, and the stronger hitting weapons like the cleaver that say one hit kill are 225. So 250 is a very nice sight. The only question I have is it going to scale appropriately, right? Because the size hit for very little, but when they're pack-a-punched, they are the highest hitting weapon in the entire game at 76,000, something along those lines. So just because it hits hard at the start doesn't mean it'll hit hard forever, but we'll keep an eye on the damage values to see where they go. Gonna pick up Melee Macchiato right out of the gate, and then I'm gonna go grab Juggernog as well. We could get Light Mend on as well. I think all of these things are gonna be very powerful for us. And I don't want to spend a dime on any weapon rarity if I can afford to from salvage.
That's what I call anti-pain in my ass.
Oh, I forgot. We get both vermin and parasites on Citadel. That's how long it has been since I have played on this map, and it's how long it's been since I've done a melee-only build. Citadel is just the best for melee weapons. I mean, the Easter egg revolves around swords, right? So they're gonna make a map that caters towards it. And I just like how they laid out the perks in this map. It's very, very easy to get the ball rolling with melee weapons when you have Jug and Melee Macchiato right there. I was going to say, are we not able to break that? You do have to crouch in order to get it. There's Slate already, 100 kills with Katana, very nice. Yep. So I must have gotten 50 from the Cowabunga cranks, but not a huge deal. That's almost nothing. I'd love to see how long we could last. 750, you can already see with Melee Macchiato, no improvements other than that. We are one-hitting on round 6. It's just phenomenal, actually. These are strong. These feel good, too. Oop, nope, good thing we didn't get that. Yeah, these are really strong. Awesome. Let's get this nuke. I think there's only like 2 zombies left. Yep. Then we can grab the nuke for the bonus points. It's going to set us up very nicely. I would grab double armor, but I want to punch through the rooms as fast as possible here. There's going to be a mouse underneath the tablecloth. We'll make sure to grab him. Send him on his way. There is also a bottle here for the bartending Easter egg for PhD Slider, which is not bad on a melee build at all. I quite prefer it, actually. Gonna hit this box. I think there's a mouse somewhere under around here. Next bottle, though, for the bartending Easter egg is right there, so we'll grab that. I want to know, some weapons do special things when you pack-a-punch them. For example, like Frostline gets faster, Maelstrom becomes fully auto. If there's any special perks or increased attack speeds with the katanas, we'll find out right here. Durable plates is definitely a win. I can't believe I haven't been using it more. To be honest. Pretty much a vermin in every single box here. That's a little intense. We'll pop the locks on this. Gotta aim low. There you go. Okay. He's out. Let's hit him. See what kind of damage we're doing. Oh yeah, he goes down no problem. That is awesome. Put the crystal in, get ourselves Pack-a-Punch unlocked. I think there's a mouse in here. Could be wrong. We're gonna go around and gather a couple more mice before we put the cheese brick down. I think we'll hang out around here till Pack-a-Punch, though, before I move on. I do want Quick Revive, don't get me wrong, but because we have Vampiric Extraction, I'm not worried about it. And the fact that we also have Light Mend, I'm not worried about it. Let's just hang around here and grab what we need. Gosh, I wish I knew where all of the mouse locations were. I know where most of them are. I believe there's 8 on the map, but you only really need to grab like 4 to get the full benefits of the cheese. There we go. That's gonna be Pack-a-Punch. Let's grab the nuke. Oh man, would you guys look at these the katanas? These are sick. I love how the handle is the one color and then the blade is another color. That is a very nice touch to the weaponry. Super sharp. Okay, next up, we're going to open up the prison cells and get into Quick Revive. Man, these things are hitting hard. 1,380, and we only need 525 to actually secure the kill. Desert camo unlocked already. Katanas are a super breath of fresh air when it comes to playing zombies. I tell you what, for a while there, because we did so many melee builds and melee only damage things, I got comfortable with melee weapons. Like, I started not just relying on it, but I made it my play style in zombies, you know, so it became a really difficult thing to have to switch back into a weapon. I believe we have our mouse right here. Awesome. And then we do have the crate, which is fine. I'm going to trigger this. Hold the location on the SAM trial is good. Where's it at? Okay. Whoa. Gotta be in here. Hey, secret trick. That's a free minute right there for us. We just get to hang out with this guy. They won't bother you when you start this step up, and what an idea to just trigger it while it's not gonna last though, but that is a free few seconds for us, which is super awesome.
I gave you the means to find the amulet.
Oh, I thank you, sir.
Now hurry. The syndicate cannot be allowed to obtain the Sentinel artifact.
No, sir.
It must never fall into his hands.
Okay, alright, we'll do our best. You can see all the zombies are like pooled up over there. Uh-oh. And here we go. It's gonna be time to hang on. I am just swinging my heart out right now. There is nothing more that I can do here. I might need to put on armor. There are a lot of zombies. They are swarming us. This is a bad place to be in. This is a horrible place to be in. Just keep hanging on. I am swinging. Oh, shit. Pop an Aether Shot. I had to. Man, if that shows you how powerful we are, we can hold out for a long time. A long time with this build. Ah, crap. Well, we got nothing from that, so that sucks.
Deal to think about. Thinking completed.
That's okay. Durable plates is so awesome with melee build. If I could make one recommendation to anybody who's doing it, I used to run hardened plates all the time. But with vampiric extraction, there is no need for it. It is not valuable. Awesome. Okay. So now that we got that all covered, what I want to do is open up upstairs. We're going to grab the last piece that we need for the bar Easter egg for PhD Slider. And then we're going to grab an additional rodent here. So there's the last bottle down there. Got that picked up.
I tried to warn you, but did you listen?
And then this should open right there. Cool. And there's a mouse under here. Right there behind the book. So we'll get him moving. You can see we got our first stamp. Evergreen unlocked. We are making a ton of progress. Double points. Fantastic timing nonetheless. I'm just going to abuse this double points here. We will put the stamp in a minute. That was a really well-timed double points. Wow. Okay. All right. Let's start throwing some of these stamps in. Got one here. Got one over here. And yes, I could upgrade a couple of different things here. First priority on my list is going to be stamina. Double plate that you saw we just got there. But I also want to open up the remainder of the map here and get a couple more mice. At least one more. There's going to be one right here. See him chilling? There he goes. He ran off. And, yeah. And then we're going to grab the cheese wheel here out of the window. Dog rounds are tricky without PhD Slider. Especially on this map, because they fly. I think that's the trick of why they made this such a good melee map, and then they put a dog round with something that's ranged just to play with your emotions a little bit. Okay, but we have enough mice to be able to go ahead and do the cheese wheel now. I know we missed a couple of them. That's okay. We have probably 4 out there right now, so that's going to do it for us. And then hopefully we get ourselves the purple ether tool. That would be nice. Any ether tool in general is going to be nice. Okay, fingers crossed, here we go. Oh, hang on, we got a doppelgas here. This will be fun. Let's test out our damage. Oh my gosh, we hit pretty hard. We hit pretty hard. And a double points again? Oh my gosh, yes. Make it count, guys. That's the whole goal here. Oh my goodness, this is huge points for us. Another decoy as well. Wow. Okay. Best start I've had to a round of zombies in a long time. Here's the 4 rats. 4 mice. We're gonna give them the cheese. Let's see. We got... Oh, shoot. We got nothing. We got Deadshot, and I'm not even gonna pick that up because I don't want Deadshot. Well, it'd be a shame if we didn't, actually. Got another helmet head as well. Dang, man. Alright, well, that means we just gotta go ahead and upgrade our weapon rarity. A little unfortunate. But that's okay. It's alright. We cut and roll with the losses. Here we go. And then I'm gonna grab the last stamp from this guy. He was running around here somewhere. There he is. There we go. Last stamp. Now we don't have to worry about them ever showing up again. The helmet is tricky, you believe it or not. Like, oh, just having that one helmet on there is enough to survive most attacks from zombie players. There's that back pedal coming in handy with us. We could get triple plate, but I think I want to prioritize stamina. Triple plate might not be a bad idea. We're already more than securing the kill, right? Eh. Should we try it? I don't know. I don't know. We can at least go blue for now. 2 gums here. Hopefully something good. Stock options is terrible. Phoenix up is not great either, but it's better than blue. Now how hard do we hit? Yeah, 4,000 damage. We do not need to double pack. But we totally could. Just want to see what the damage is. Okay, green and pink. Neat looking camo. I love the spin, the sound, the animations, everything. Oh my gosh, 11,000? Holy crap. They stand no chance. Remember, that double pack blue. We are not even there yet. I want speed and I want stamina. Those are the next things I gotta get. On top of triple plate. We gotta get the survivability things. I don't know why I grabbed Deadshot. Maybe bonus damage to armor, I guess. Level 7. Just gonna make all the other perks more expensive, you know, so it's, I don't know if it's like totally worth it or not. But I'm gonna hang around here until we get that gold armor. No, the gold armor. The purple armor. Tier 3 armor. Uh-oh, I hear something big spawning in. Is that an amalgam? Alright, let's see what happens here. Oh, ho, ho. Now I know we had insta-kill, so we were hitting for 27, but we would have 4-shot that thing without it. So he's having a tough time. Swords, melee weapons, and zombies, just in general, are the way to go, man. It's too much fun. How can you not? Durable plates, too? You just get hit all day. And the benefit of having triple plate is the increased durability on it. So there we go. That's going to give us the 10,000 we need, and we are getting out of this basement with full armor and double pack already. And we're pretty close to purple. This is a very solid paced round for us. Another dog round here. Dog rounds are tricky. Dog rounds are tricky. We'll make do with it. We're going to hang around in this room so that way we can get ourselves stamina. That's the next perk on the list. Gotta be very careful around the vermin. Parasites just delay your health regen, but vermin can actually just destroy your armor. There we go. Okay, that's done with. How are we doing here? We need 4,500. Could have been 4,000 if we didn't pick up Deadshot. Still debating whether or not that was the right call. I think we're going to see some benefits from it. just because of the fact that it does bonus damage to armor, and a melee weapon does need the bonus damage to armor. Looking for pages here.
But did you listen? Hell no.
Checking every bed frame. Uh-oh, maybe I should stop looking at beds. And focus on the perks. We took some unnecessary damage so far in this room. Ah, trying to get this parasite.
Wonder if they get distracted if I throw them a cookie.
Ooh, very close encounter there. We'll make it. Insta kill. Sure, we'll grab it. Just want to pace back into this room so I can get myself stamina up. Oh, we got it. And I guess if you're applying armor plates while you drink it, it just cancels the animation. That's a little silly. Nice, nice. Very good. Okay. Now we're looking for the 4 pages fragments. We did get them.
Lured us here just to tidy up his shitty castle.
I just like getting all the miscellaneous stuff out of the way. Next up is going to be speed. Oh, but there is a trial out here. Let's give it a go. See what happens. Field upgrade, temporary boost.
The following question. Field
Kills
upgrade
with any field upgrade. Does that mean we have to kill them with the upgrade or kill them while it's active? I don't know. We're going to find out. Nope, while it's active.
Bad for easy pickings.
You must be so proud of the minor success you are experiencing.
Oh, no, you don't. You're getting it, buddy. Wow, he's quick. Not quick enough. Man, I wish I would have switched over to, like, the armory. Frenzy guard. I don't know if we're going to have enough time for it. Let me get them all stacked up on me and see if we can't do it. Probably be a little bit easier if we had a gun, too. Maybe I can get it to purple.
Sucks getting blindsided, don't it?
Yes, okay, at least purple.
And yes,
That's
you
good.
have met them.
Okay, then we're going to hold on to the rest of our charges there, just so that way it doesn't consume them.
Please note, I did not say very useful.
2 decoys, that's not bad. We have enough for speed, so I'm going to grab it. We also have enough for the purple rarity on our weapon here, so I'm going to grab that as well. Take the armor plate. Okay. Let's see how much damage we hit for now. 16,000. Now that's double pack purple. The triple pack gold is going to be the ultimate deciding factor. I mean, melee weapons in general just hit hard enough to survive anyways, but if we could beat 76,000 at the size we're putting out, that would be a really nice touch.
Max armor.
6 grand. What do we do with 6 grand here? Let me think about it. Are there any upgrades we could get? Any perks that we need? Looking at the map, I mean, we could definitely go ahead and get ourselves Vulturade. Do we need Vulturade? No, probably not. Elemental Pop and then PhD Slider. I mean, those are really the ones. Gosh, she goes down so fast. I suppose we'll triple pack and then we'll go for the rest of the perks and we'll just get them all. Because then by then the Wonder Fizz is going to spawn in and we can just grab all of them. Let's just focus on staying alive. Farming up the kills. Making sure our routes are running are good. This is the grind. We need to get 2,000 kills, right? Hopefully in this match, if it's possible. That would be sweet. Getting Speed Cola for the faster armor plate is so nice. But these are really minus Deadshot. We have the core 5 perks that we need to succeed with any melee build. Which is why I like doing melee builds, because you don't need all the perks to be successful. And then not only that, you can use the additional capital you have by not purchasing perks to go into your weaponry. We already have 12,000 of the 30,000 that we would need. I'm just going to drop this so it doesn't appear on the box there. But yeah, we already have the 12,000 of the 30,000 we need to pack a punch. We're looking good. The bummer we didn't get the Aether tool out of the cheese Easter egg, but we'll be fine. We'll get to gold, no problem. It would just be nice to already have gold, you know? I also like how with the weapons, it's kills, you know? It's not crit kills, so you don't have to be silly about it. You just gotta take them down. Ooh. Slowly backpedal. Eventually they will surround you, but that's why we have depth perception here pretty soon, is because we're gonna get the faster map enhancement readout. And then I can look at my mini-map to make sure that the train is indeed all in front of me and nobody's spawning behind me. Of course, constantly backpedaling does help solve this issue. Got a double points here. We're going to be able to get it for the next round. Awesome. Alright. Alright. Hold on to it for as long as we can, and I bet you once we pick this up, we're going to get pretty darn close to the pointage that we need
Double points.
to be able to pack a punch. Dang, burning precious time here. An amalgam would be nice.
That's what you get.
He gives big points with double. If I can get to him. There we go. Okay. Obviously took more damage than we needed to right there, but I definitely wanted to make sure that we got that kill. What is that? Insta-kill? No dice. Don't need it. Look at that. Already sitting at 26 grand. You know what? Maybe we do end up deciding to pick up Vulture Aid for the additional salvage. I feel like salvage does drop faster when you have it on, even if you're not getting the crit kills. Wonder if somebody's done a study on it.
Max armor.
That was kind of nice. Well-timed max armor there. Go ahead and grab all the salvage. Fix our mouse pad, take a sip of water. Oh my gosh, can I do this in a dog round? Oh my gosh, you can! Question is, can I serve them up? I doubt I'm gonna get any points for this. Can I just get PhD out of it? No. Can I go back and trigger it? No. Alright, so news for the crowd there. You can burn it if you leave the area without actually serving any zombies. Super unfortunate, but it is what it is. Maybe we can do it on the next round. Okay, definitely don't want to have missing armor plates when you go up against the vermin. Okay, one more, right? Where are you at? There you are. Oh, there we go.
Max ammo.
Alright, let's try that again. See if we can do this up. Uh-oh. That's a negative Ghost Rider. We're gonna make our way over to Triple Pack. Doppelgas has a tough time. Okie dokie. Man, I don't want to miss out on the salvage either. Here we go. Oh, I'll take him out. Parasites are just liabilities flying in the air. Triple pack's gonna be a really good looking camo skin, especially on this map.
Ever get in my face.
The pink is cool, but I think the pink on Shattered Veil is better. But here we go.
Upgrades are always
Blue and red.
when you fly domestic.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Okay, make sure we don't get cornered. 33,000 damage. Man, there's a lot of them in this room right now. You guys see that mini-map? Just keep training. Circles are the name of the game. Is that a double points? Is that a double point? Ah, zombie cash. That's alright. Nice. Okay. That round's over. Throw on our armor plating. The bottles are gone too. Well, I just pushed F on the chessboard. Made that noise. Interesting. Yeah, very interesting.
Order the ground B.
I was just thinking about it, but I'm pretty positive Shattered Veil is the hardest Easter egg to complete. Let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with that? You think it's not true? I was looking at, speed runs of Shattered Veil, and 26 minutes is like where the time is at right now, which, I mean, that's been optimized and just constantly improved. I don't think any map takes that long for a speed run, which means that it has the most steps, most complexity, in my mind.
Always do bullshit with these motherfuckers.
It is a fun map to play, and it would be a fun map to do melee only on. The only downside is I guarantee you that you're gonna not survive, at least happily, until round 25 when you can get melee macchiato. Disciples and the exploders, like melee weapon only on an exploding round of dogs, just sounds like an absolute nightmare. Not something I want to pursue, that's for sure. Oh, just missed it. That's okay. Played up. It is round 26. We have 4,600 salvage, so we're almost at gold, but we do have quite a bit of money to go and invest into some perks here. We could get PhD. We could get Vulture Aid. I think Death Perception's probably going to be a decent one as well. I think PhD, though, those are the way I want to do the perks, actually. That order. One shot. That is pretty wild.
Too fucking close.
It would be kind of neat to test out the elemental pop as well. The fact that if we get hit, it procs. We'll get them all. Hey, you can hit the pool ball. That's awesome. So we're going to grab that. We're going to grab this and this. And I'm drinking and I can't do anything. There we go. Okay. Probably a poor time to choose to drink. I was like, what is going on? Luckily, Aether Shroud to the rescue. Awesome. Awesome augment to have in your back pocket. We won't make that same mistake again. But yeah, I just think you get more drops, armor, ammo, salvage, the whole 9 yards when you have Vulture Aid. So that's why I picked that one up. I wanted Death Perception because then I get to see the mini-map and where the guys are at on my mini-map a little bit more often. I like to have that. I also like to see where I'm at in relationship to the walls on the map. It's just an overall well-rounded good thing to do. And then same thing with PhD Slider, the ability to move around and avoid damage on dog rounds. Those vermin really just shred armor plates off. If we're doing well and we're looking for the kill, awesome. You know, we'll keep rocking and rolling. But these are the perks that are going to get us ahead early. Next up I'm going to grab is Elemental Pop. I want to see if they hit us, if it can drop a Lightmen proc. That'd be super cool. We got double points, that's awesome. And the 5 grand that we need. Let's just make sure we claim as many points as we can for the double points here. Nice. Okay, put on our armor plate. Get gold weapon rarity. We'll take a look at the damage values that we're hitting with that. And let's grab elemental. So the last one we need is double tap, which I don't think double tap actually does anything for melee weapons, though I could be wrong, and I'm very curious to see if fire rate counts as swing speed. I don't know. 44,000 damage. So this one's pretty low too. 44 is not even close to some of the better ones. That 66 for the bow staff, 76 for the size. It's nice that it hits 250 out spawn, but man, at what cost, right? I mean, it's almost like you're sacrificing late game for early game. That's okay though. This is more than enough to survive. Once you start getting past round 30, things get a little dicey anyways for melee weapons, so I don't know how long you want to stick around for it. Well, let's try double tap, see if it does anything. I doubt that it would, but you never know.
Just watch. This will have me pissing glitter later.
Double impact can't happen because we can't hit them twice, and it applies mostly to standard bullet weapons, at least if you read the descriptions. Oh, there we go. Getting hit pops our elemental proc right there.
I'm still standing. How about you, fuckhead?
Not sure about it. I don't think double tap really did anything at all, actually. Still hitting the same values. I'm still swinging for about the same speed. Nothing much to write home about. I wish, you know, like Melee Macchiato is a melee-centric perk. I wish, and again, this is a game of mostly guns, so I totally understand why it's not, but if they had even more perks that benefit the melee category, or if they wove them into the augments, like that would be super cool if there was a minor augment. For example, the ammo back on kill, right? Nobody really uses that, it kind of sucks. So what if they made double tap have like a minor melee augment that says if using melee weapon, your swing speed is times 1.5 or something like that, you know? Rather than just putting in useless ones like double jeopardy. Who the hell gives a shit about double jeopardy? That perk sucks. Nobody runs it. If you're using a weapon, you're going to be running a faster fire rate and double impact. Or you're going to be running double or nothing double impact. But never are you going to run double jeopardy. And that's where I'm like, why waste the slot and put something that nobody's going to use? I don't know. I don't know. Doing pretty good on kills here, though. I did see Oceanic swing across the screen, so that was kind of a nice bonus treat. I think Elemental Pop probably has more of a say to proc off of a different major augment. I think getting hit to have it proc is no different than swinging to have it proc, and if it only makes it so that when you get hit it procs, that sucks. I think, what is it, Vulnerbeam makes it so that only that one that you have chosen procs, aka only Lightmen's gonna happen, so that's what I'd switch up to for the next run. Max ammo, that's going to be huge for us.
Max ammo.
Okay. There we go. Alright, so we're punching through the rounds here. We're almost on round 30, and when I do melee builds, I really do like to extract by round 31. It's just, there's too much going on with the damage values that they hit you for that it's not worth it to stick around. You're putting in more work than necessary. Ooh, dog round. Are you serious, though, that I can't do this bar thing again? Oh, you can! Oh, my gosh, and I blew it again. Ha! Of course I did. Alright, yeah. So that's good to know. If you do mess up and run out of the bar and it cancels, you have to wait, it seems like 2 rounds, and it'll come back again. I am going to take this on head on, guys. I just want to see what'll happen. I can do it. Man, that is tough. That is a mean corner of guys to be fighting. The dog rounds are like where boys become men. You know, you have to prove your mobility skills are on point. There we go. Man, look at these guys. They just mess you up. Woo! Good news is there's a crafting station around here, so that means that I can keep putting on armor
Aside
plates.
From a few breathless moments, I'd say this is doing pretty damn well.
Cool. 20 grand, we already have triple pack, gold, triple plate. There is no need for any additional currency spend. Anything we get now is a surplus, and we can work our way at exfil, which I am going to be doing in exfil pretty soon here. I have tried to do the boss fight on this one with weapons. It is not a good idea. You just hit them in the legs, and you can't proc any of the other areas, but because we're focusing on the melee weapon, I don't want to use a ranged weapon. If I can afford it, I just want to keep it all here. Then that way we're getting the most amount of progress. Every single kill we get goes towards the blades. We know this. It's just the way to do it.
Think I'm scared? Mom's church choir was way more terrifying than y'all.
Level 14. That was a funny voice prompt. I love that. Backpedal is so good. I was thinking about the other minor augments for Melee Macchiato, and they just don't benefit in all melee build. They do kind of help out the ranged weapon aspect of it. So the backpedal being able, like, if you get a melee kill, your walking backward speed is like, whoa, and then you can sprint backwards because of the Omni movement. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I can just peel out. Alright, try to get as many of these as we can. Oh. Blew up. Alright, we're getting X-filled out of here. I'm not using a mutant injector. I am going to be doing it all with the swords, and if things go sideways, I'm going to switch over to the war machine.
Hey, Birdie, wanna swoop by and pick up our tired ass?
That should be good. That's a really good round for us. 1,300. We are so close to whiteout in one game. Remember, kills in the zone are the only kills that count, so just try to prioritize sprinting into that zone. He dropped a war machine as well. We have an amalgam. That's great. I like challenges. Oh, not good. That proc Dying Wish. Did not know that. Alright, I don't want to run out of time here, so let's just do our thing. Okay. Put on some plates. Alright, there's 6 left. We should be fine now. Making time is the big one, you know. It would suck if you ran out. This close to it. There we go. Alright. Good round there for sure. I like the katanas. I've got nothing to complain about. I think it is kind of a shame that they only hit for 44,000 at the end there, especially when size are 76,000, but it is the early game benefit of 250 damage versus the late game benefit of 76,000 damage with the size, right? So the size hit for like 100 something at the beginning. I think it's 150. So you struggle early on, but late game you hit like a truck, and in this case it's just the opposite. I think honestly you're still one-hitting everything by round 30 anyways, so I'm gonna take the 250 damage. I'm gonna say the katanas are better in my opinion. Let's go over to the katana where we can look at our camos and see what we have unlocked. So we got Oceanic unlocked. I just kind of want to see what these all look like here. So we got Slate. That's actually really cool. Then you have Desert. Camos on blades look silly in my opinion, so I'm not going to run them. But Evergreen, Rugged. Rugged's not bad. Brim and Stripe. I'd say Rugged is kind of like my favorite of the camos, but we do have Oceanic, so we're going to run it. Then you have Whiteout, Purple Tiger. Yeah, this is probably the weapon that Purple Tiger actually looks good on. And then let's take a look at these special ones. So you got Tiki Mist. Yo, that is super cool. So just 300 eliminations on rare or higher, which is very easy to accomplish. And then 300 eliminations with Cryo Freeze, and we get Brine Helm. Brine Helm, I mean, I guess that's okay. It looks like the waves in the painting, but on the katana, it doesn't actually look like that because there's not enough surface area to see the waves, so it just kind of looks like a bunch of hay. Maybe if they made it horizontal rather than vertical on the sword here, or vice versa, however you say it, it might look a little bit better. So both of these, Cryo Freeze and just eliminations on blue, are very easy to accomplish. And then, of course, 10 kills rapidly 15 times. That looks amazing. I'm so glad they used the black color on the handle and the gold on the blade. It just makes a ton of sense. It looks really good. Opal, really crazy. And then let's see Nebula. Nebula's cool. Definitely cool. I like it when Nebula goes into the orange-purple side of things rather than the green side of things, but very neat weapon, very awesome stats. It performs super well. I had a good time playing. I hope you guys enjoyed the content. We'll keep rocking on this in part 2. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace!